Right, welcome back to reviewing utter garbage. Manchester United 0, Liverpool 3. And I'm not going to spend a video praising Liverpool Football Club in any way, shape or form. Because, and if this does go viral, it does go viral, it is what it is. I don't think Liverpool played that well. I think they've played a lot better in other games. I don't think they were the finished article under slot as of yet. I think they played a lot better than a very poor Manchester United side. So that is the first point out of the way. At the end of the day, that was a capitulation of a football team. That was a team that, especially through individual mistakes and through just erratic ball playing and just a complete disarray of passing, just completely let the game go. Now, we'll start with the passing play because I think that was the first thing I picked up on watching the game. And it was the fact that they were being too erratic. They were being very over the top, kind of quick in terms of, right, we've got to get it forward now and move and quick and go and trying to create things that weren't there in a sense. It was too much, too quickly, too soon in a sense. And it all seemed to just fall apart within a 20-minute period or so. United in the first kind of 15-20 minutes had about double the possession of Liverpool. It was roughly like a 66-33 swing, something along them lines. And they did nothing with it because every time they would get the ball, they would have a kind of play it around a little bit and try to control the game, or they would suddenly try and make 3 passes straight away and lose the ball. And there was a stat at one point which showed that United had lost 18 the possession 18 times from 2 players alone. And we're going to discuss one of those players, and that is Casemiro. For me, Casemiro in the first 2 games, I've said it on both videos, I thought he played alright. I thought he played quite well and was quite controlled. Now, that was under 2 games where the side they were facing were a little bit more dropped back in the phase, and they were allowing United to kind of control play. And then they were kind of trying to hit the counter a little bit. Fulham tried. It wasn't really much coming from Fulham at that, but United kind of sustained it. With Brighton, it was a little bit different. They had a bit more firepower about it. They had a bit more about themselves, as was seen in the game this week. Once Arsenal go down to 10 men, Brighton came into their own and possibly could have won a game there at the Emirates. But that's by the by. In terms of United today, it was erratic, it was horrible, and for Casemiro, that press that Liverpool played, which, to be fair, was decent. I'm not going to say it wasn't, like I said earlier, Liverpool were okay. They weren't at their sparkling best, they weren't at a finished article in a sense. I think there's more to come from Liverpool. But at the same time, that press destroyed Casemiro. It destroyed his confidence. He tried to make a pass first time, but he played straight into Gravenberch for their first goal, who obviously just then laid it off to Salah, who put a nice, lovely ball to the back post for an unmarked Luis Diaz and Szoboszlai, to be fair. Obviously, Luis Diaz got the header in the end. And then you're looking at the defence, where are the fullbacks? The fullbacks have pushed on because you're expecting your defensive midfielder to play a pass into the midfield to then start your play, and they're going to be up there to kind of provide a width. And so they've obviously moved on, and he's given it away on the halfway line and caused all that mess because there's 2 centre half backs and him, and he doesn't have the legs anymore for this. And then on the second one, it's the complete reverse. He takes too long on the ball, gets the ball nicked from him. He goes down, claiming for a foul. It's not given. 2 passes later, again, it's in the back of the net. Ball out to Salah, who then plays a lovely pass into Diaz and into the net. and it's 2-0 in the space of 10 minutes. And from there, you knew for a fact that United weren't going to get in the game. It was all about damage limitation. And the fact that Casemiro got hooked off at half-time did not surprise me at all. I think it was the right call. The only thing that surprised me was the fact that Ten Hag went with Collier and went with a Menu Collier midfield. That could have make or break Collier. Obviously, Menu is established in the team. He's seen as kind of like the third of the three. You're looking at when we come back from the international break, you're probably going to be looking at Agate, Menu, and Fernandes as the midfield three. So Menu's kind of established in the side. Collier, first game, Premier League, could have gone either way. Personally, I didn't think he'd do too badly, but at that point, it didn't really matter, to be honest. 2-0 down against Liverpool. They seemingly controlled the game second half. There wasn't really much from United. I know there was 3 shots on goal. I had to go back and have a look and try and figure out what 3 they were. And I figured out it was the Mazraoui effort that was saved by Alisson. It was the Xerxes save and the Xerxes header. So there were the 3. So obviously Xerxes, even though first half didn't look fantastic, he was another who was seemingly giving the ball away quite a bit. Second half, especially when Ahmad came on, he looked very lively and kind of wanting to get at the defence, making passes, kind of make some play. Xerxes seemed to be able to show his kind of acumen, in a sense, with an Ahmad there to be able to kind of bounce off. Rashford, underwhelming again. It's a bit strange because with Rashford, it's kind of he's a local lad. He's a Man United fan. He always has been. Look him up for the academy. All this things we talk about with McTominay. We talked about in the transfer review. It's a shame that McTominay had to go due to PSR reasons and profit and sustainability. He was the ideal fit to leave. Obviously, personally, I think that quality going forward, I think there would have been a point where you would have had to leave at some point anyway. If you're wanting to kind of progress into challenging for titles. I just don't think McTominay was that guy. But he gave his all when he was playing. For Rashford, it sounds harsh to say, but I just don't feel like he shows it all. Whether it's a want not to, in a sense, or whether it is basically just something about it where it's like, is he done? Is he not wanting to be there? Not but for kind of like footballing reasons. Is it just that he's fell out of love with it at United? What is it? There's something in his confidence. Now, obviously, he did put a good ball in for Xerxes for his header. It was obviously a chance created. Other than that, though, there wasn't really much from him. I feel like he just needs something to kind of spark him into life again. And it's very strange with Rashford. But I don't know if that will occur, whether he needs to be taken out of the squad for the next game at Southampton. Maybe we play Garnacho and Ahmad, the kind of guys who are kind of more in form, who are going to run, kind of try and make something happen. I don't know. But my feeling with it is that it was very much the same as last year, which worries me quite a bit. And I think this is going to be Ten Hag's first strike with Ineos. This has been a poor performance, and it's a performance of last season. The last couple of games we've had, I know we lost the Brighton game, but I think the Brighton game we were more unlucky than anything else. With this game, this was a demolition, and it was just Liverpool, once they were leading and then they got the quick second, we're never going to lose this game. And there was just no fight to get back in the game before that half-time break. And in the second half, it was just purely controlled by Liverpool. And by that point, the game was gone. And it's disappointing, really, because you want them to show their all and give their all. And you can see, I've seen videos of fans leaving after 60 minutes. I don't know when the third goal went in, but 60 minutes into the game, half an hour to go, and and fans are leaving. That's not what you want to see, especially for Manchester United. Things have to be a lot better than this. I said in the last couple of videos that it was good, but there's improvement still there. For this, it's a backward step. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Or in this case, it seems like 4 steps back, because it's back to last season where we're easily gettable. It's a shame, because I think that we were seeing a slow progression of a ball playing, controlling side, and yet again we've gone back to last season again, where we're easily just a ball straight through the middle can get straight through the team. And once again, for the 3rd game in a row, goal scoring has been an issue, which is a shame. Usually I give a man a match for these, but I don't know who to pick. It's very difficult because I don't think anyone had a good game. I think it was poor all round. I don't think Onana's put himself in great glory for the 3rd. I think he's left to his own devices on the first 2. I think Mazraoui was left wanting at times, even though he also had the shot that was something decent, but maybe he could have dinked it into the back post for Xerxes, but it is what it is. I thought the centre-halves, the first half, the centre-halves were good, they screened well, and then the goal went in, and it all kind of capitulated and all went to you know what. Darlow, again, poor. Casemiro, gone. Mainu didn't do anything. Fernandez, I don't know if he was even there for half the time. Xerxes was poor first half until Ahmad came on in the second half. Garnacho did nothing. Rashford did nothing. Ahmad's probably the best player on the pitch, and he came on with about 20, 30 minutes ago. Maguire was Maguire. That's, I think, everyone I've gone through. I don't know. The fans. The fans that stayed for the whole 100 minutes, because it was 5 minutes added time on both sides. So the fans that have watched 100 minutes of that, I'll give them players of the match in a sense. If you've liked this video, guys, please leave it a like, subscribe if you're new, and until next time, I hope it just gets better for the next review. Take care.